Marriage at Chick-fil-A. And 25 years after a mother of 3 disappeared, police determined she was murdered. But there will be no justice. Good afternoon, I'm Kim Baez. Police have finally identified bones they found years after that mother's disappearance. And while her family is relieved they can move on, they're furious that the man they think killed her will never be punished because he's now dead. Here's News 13's Ian Schwartz.
Kim, Helen Torres was 31 when she went to a dance with the man she was dating. She never returned, and her bones turned up years later in a field.
The dance was in downtown Magdalena in 1987. Helen Torres was wearing the shoes she borrowed from her sister Sophie.
She left my home all dressed up and ready to go dancing that night.
After the dance, Helen and her boyfriend Gilbert Espinoza went to a bar, which is now this restaurant. She and Gilbert left fighting. Helen then vanished, and her sister reported her missing. Nothing happened until 1994, 7 years after the disappearance, when a hiker found bones, clothing, a purse, and the shoes Torres wore to the dance. They were just 2 miles from town, just off a road. Police couldn't positively ID the bones, but they knew foul play was involved.
Well, in 1994, they didn't have those kind of tests that they could run to cross-match DNA.
The case was dead, but Magdalena's top cop, Larry Curley, spent the last 2 years trying to again ID the bones.
And I just kept pursuing the case because I knew that it was probably Helen Torres.
Last month, Curley got DNA results back showing the remains belonged to Torres. Curley says new analysis of the bones also show she was murdered, but he won't say how. Her family finally has some answers.
25 years is a long time not really knowing. So at least now we can let her rest in peace.
And the family is happy they do have some answers, but they are not happy again because there won't be an arrest or a hunt for a suspect because Torres' old boyfriend is dead. He died of gangrene years ago. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Ian. Now, Torres' sister believes police in Magdalena at the time didn't take the disappearance seriously enough that they thought maybe she just took off.